everything.
Well, this could be another bad year for tax identity theft. When your tax identity is stolen, it is a hassle. And did you know the IRS master files are still coded in the early 1960s assembler language code? It's a good system that does not communicate well with the modern Java language computers used by the IRS today, so the IRS has trouble addressing fraud. I'm told they will be close to a solution, but not this year, and until then, you need to be on alert. Always be on alert anyhow. We've got St. Louis financial professional Ken Heise from Heise Advisory Group. He's here to discuss the steps you should take to protect your refund and identity if you're getting a refund when your tax identity is stolen. It is a hassle. We both have family members who have encountered that.
Yes, my wife had that happen several years back, and it's a bit of a hassle.
Yeah.
And with the Equifax breach last year, they're saying that there could be as many as 143 million people that had personal information like Social Security numbers stolen.
So with the Social Security number stolen, or your information, it opens you up. The best thing to do is what?
Well, number one, file early. Get your stuff together, be prepared, and get your tax return in early before the fraudulent returns start to get filed. That way you're ahead of the curve. And so starting early is the best way to go. And watch out for a lot of the different red flags that are out there.
What are some of those?
You might get a W-2 form from an employer that you didn't work for. You might get a 1099 statement from somebody that you don't know. So watch those. Do not file those with your tax refund. What I would suggest, contact the IRS and let them know what's happening there.
And the IRS may even contact you and say, hey, we've uncovered this problem.
Yeah. And if they do, make sure to respond, make sure to document all your information, and do it quickly, because that'll help you in the long run.
So let's say it is stolen. You will get a new your Social Security number will stay the same, but you'll get an additional PIN number for the future.
Correct. And you just file that PIN number along with your return every year, and that'll help take care of that. One of the other things I would suggest is adjust your withholding on your tax, on your income.
So you're not owed anything back.
Right. Or at least reduce it to a small amount. Last year, the average return that had a refund was about $2,800. And the larger your refund, the more frustrated you're going to be, because it can take months and months to get this figured out.
And if you have complications beyond that, you have to go to the IRS in person, take a number, and wait.
Sure.
And sometimes there's no time that day, you have to go back.
So the smaller your refund, the smaller the problem. In fact, I don't even get refunds. I haven't had a refund for over 15 years. If you owe the IRS, it's much less of a problem because you're not waiting months and months for that extra refund.
Yeah. Well, Ken Heise, I can tell you last year the current IRS system missed 54,175 fraudulent returns totaling $313 million. And you say this year is going to be even worse?
It's going to be a big issue because of that breach and all that personal information that's out there. And the things you did after the breach, like freezing your credit or credit monitoring, they don't help you with tax ID theft. So it's still a big issue. If you do have ID theft, here's what you should do. Contact the IRS, document everything very thoroughly, even contact the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. I would even go as far as filing a report with the local police department.
Yeah, that's important.
And also contact the fraud department of all three of the credit reporting agencies.
Ken Heise, Heise Advisory Group, thanks so much for coming in.
You bet, John. Always a pleasure.
Be careful out there, everybody.